Don't worry about it, it's fine. I'm sure you'll sort it out.
There we go. Cool. So nice and steady out the car park. A couple of people around.
Oh, a couple are undesirables, I would just say.
Clear to the right, just glancing over to the left, one car coming through, but then we're clear. I'll take the same route as we did before.
Okay, well,
I'm going to drop the radio down.
I'll go right here then, and then
Yeah.
I'll kind of...
So we're damp roads in a 30 limit. It takes so long changing to second gear.
Right at the bottom.
Excellent. So just approaching the junction, keeping an eye on traffic either side. We're clear behind, nice and smooth to the junction. I'm going to pull up before I select my gear, and now we're going to go.
Right at the roundabout.
Okay, so I'm planning to stop when I'm ready to go. Clear behind, just glancing over to the right. It is clear, so I'm proceeding. Nobody to indicate it at the moment. Nice and smooth around the roundabout. And we're heading into a 40 limit. So just
left-hand lane.
Left-hand lane. So we're up to 40 miles an hour.
We'll go second exit.
Straight over. Excellent, thank you. Clear behind, so I'm just gauging the traffic through to the right hand side. Gently down on the speed, and we're clear to go. Just keeping an eye on that Audi. And now the red car. And they're clear, and I'm progressing.
Well done.
That was 40 now into a national speed limit. Just gently increasing the speed. Car coming out to the left there, looks like there's a garden centre. I'm just holding back. Junction is now clear. Just use an acceleration sense up to this tight right-hander. Information is the bend to the right, clear behind, position over to the left-hand side, just to increase my view around the corner. And just balancing the car on the throttle. Now just holding back until this van's out of the way with all these stuff on the back. And now accelerating up to 60. One coming, clear behind. And we're at 59 and 60. We've got an advanced suggestion of a change of speed limit. Can't see what it is yet. Still clear behind with a standard centre white line, and the road sweeps round slightly to the left. And the one oncoming isn't going to cause me any trouble. Clear behind. Just now backing off the throttle. Bringing the speed down to the 50.
So we'll take the next available left.
Left. Okay.
Change the direction.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got the advanced warning of the junction. We're turning left, we're clear behind. There's nobody to indicate to, but there could be vehicles coming out of these junctions, so I'm going to indicate.
To be honest, yeah.
Bringing the speed down, off the brakes, into gear and turn. Still in the 50, so just gently bringing the speed up to this national speed limit, and then we've got the corner to the left. The limit point is moving, because I'm going to hold this speed. And now gently off the throttle because the limit point's closing in on me, and we've got an advanced one with a right hand there. Positioning over to the left to increase my view around the corner. Limit point still moving. Just mindful of that van on the left. He's stationary, just holding the speed through. And now we've got the advanced one with a double bend left then right. Slow sign in the road, clear behind. Over to the right hand side to just increase my view. Bringing the speed off the brakes and gently balancing through the corners. And now we're open. I can see just one coming. Got the level crossing way ahead, clear behind. Road sweeps round to the left of the level crossing, so I'm just thinking about coming off the throttle. We've got the hazard centre white line, one oncoming, and the 40 limit, so I'm just bringing my speed down to 40 and selecting the appropriate gear. Got a pub here, so just bring the speed right down, keeping an eye out for cars moving about. Everything appears to be clear. One oncoming. We're going to get past this camper on the right before he gets there. Just sneaking the speed up to 40. Van out on the right hand side there. Clear behind. One car very far back at 40 and a 40. indication of a junction ahead. We have right of way, clear to the right, clear to the left, just moving over to the right slightly in case a vehicle comes out. And we're still at 40 in the 40. Fan ahead, just using him as a wayfinder. So if he brakes for anything, we might give us an indication something's happening. And we've now got the 30 limit. We've got one car behind, is well back. We're down to 30. Now selecting the gear, just balancing the throttle through this bend.
Comes back quite well then, doesn't it?
Yeah. The advance warning of a playground. It's not a school day, but kids could still be daft enough to play in the wet. Vehicle on the left looks stationary, isn't going to cause me a problem. That van now has stopped, or is at least going very slow behind somebody. One oncoming. Car behind me is now turned off. We're in a built-up area, so I'm just keeping an eye on the driveways for vehicles popping out. And the car ahead there on the right is potentially going to put traffic into our side of the road, so I'm holding right back. Got a view down the inside and a junction to the right. Both are clear. A junction to the left appears clear. 26 miles an hour and a 30, and the road's sweeping round to the left where the van is. And now we've got the national speed limit. One oncoming. Just conscious of potholes and things on this inside, so I'm just holding back slightly. And then I'm going to pick the speed up nice and gently on the throttle with the wet road. Off the accelerator, moving over to the left, clear behind. Limit point's moving nicely, so I'm just holding this pace. And now we're going to move up into a following position on the van. I strongly suspect there will not be any overtaking opportunity. So I'm just going to hold this position, still clear behind. See from the sat nav we've got a roundabout coming up. A junction to the left there.
First exit on the roundabout, please.
Thank you. Nice early indication. Keep an eye on the roundabout, looking for a gap. Just going to try and keep the car moving if I have the opportunity to do so. And there's the opportunity. So now we're holding the following position on these vehicles. Motorcycle behind us. Conscious he might close up to us and we'll need to let him through. Lay-by's clear. Traffic is nice and slow. I'm just going to let this motorcycle through if he wants the opportunity. And he's holding back, so I'm just going to retake my position, just increase my visibility on these vehicles ahead. Clearly no overtaking opportunity now. Just keeping an eye on that junction to the left. Motorcycle behind at a safe distance, relatively. I am holding back a little bit on the car ahead because the road is damp, so if I have to brake suddenly, that's not going to give a lot of option to the vehicle behind, which is the motorcycle. Road sweeping round to the right. Plenty of oncoming traffic, just keeping an eye out of people popping the nose out for a view. Up into top gear, and just bearing in mind the economy, so we've got no overtaking opportunity. Slight brow of a hill. I can see vehicles over the other side. I'd normally use brow of a hill as a limit point and move over slightly. Motorcycle still behind. This is where a social struggle, isn't it? It's what to say next.
Yeah, I remember it well. It was all that time ago thinking,
what do I say now? Yeah. Okay, a lot of spray off the vehicle behind. Quite a few cars haven't got lights on, so just keeping an eye on what they're up to once I see them. And we're coming up to another roundabout.
Obviously not aware that it's against the law.
That's right.
But anyway, second exit please on this one.
So we're going straight on.
Straight on.
Excellent, thank you. So one behind, vehicles ahead are starting to brake. I'm onto the speed phase, just off the throttle at the moment, covering the brake, taking the lane of least resistance, keeping my eye out on the vehicles to the right, still on the speed phase, off the brakes, into gear. Use this opportunity. We're now onto a dual carriageway, so the national speed limit is 70, so I'm bringing that speed up. 70, clear behind, just holding this line. Are we going to go right?
Yes, we're going third.
Okay, just keeping an eye on the cars on the roundabout. Lots of braking over on the left. There is one car in our lane. Nice early indication. Just keep an eye on what that Peugeot's doing so he doesn't take a swipe like the Passat is. On the speed phase, bringing the speed down, one ahead. We are clear to the right. The minute's indicating, so I'm going to take that to go. Just going to hold this gear on the roundabout, holding the line on this gyratory roundabout. Nice early indication for the SUV. He's seen us. Random van on the footpath.
Yeah, as you get.
Now we're into a 40 limit.
Next right.
Excellent, thank you. One behind at a safe distance, two oncoming. Vehicle on, he's indicating to come this way, which was a bit random. You see what we're doing there?
Yeah,
off the brakes, into gear, and we turn in. I'm going to move out quite soon on this. We've got a 30 limit, just to increase my visibility through there. Clear behind, just holding the position to get this view for this bend. And it's clear, 28 and a 30. One behind now at a far distance. Junction to the left clear. And I'm going to hold an early position for this Mini. I've got a view on the inside. I can come back in if needs be. The Skoda is empty. Now got a Fiesta, so I'm just off the throttle. View through the inside is clear. One oncoming. Back to my side of the road. Two vehicles coming out from the right hand side, clear behind, junction to the left clear. Just keep an eye on that second one. I'm not sure whether he's coming this way or across our path. They have seen us. Clear behind, onto the speed phase, bringing the speed down on the brakes. One oncoming, I'm not going to go, so I'm just going to hold here. And now select the gear and turn in. Clear behind, indicating into the car park. Mindful there's going to be pedestrians around, so just dropping the pace right off. And back we come. Chances are my space won't be available now. I left this one. I wish I had reversing cameras, Derek.
Well, yeah, it's Christmas coming up.
I didn't actually order this car. I ordered a Volkswagen Golf.
Did you?
And the delivery was 7 months, sorry. So I said, no thank you. And I got them to check what other cars they'd got in UK stock. And there was only 2 of these available. And I wanted an A5, an A4 or a Golf. And this was it. So I had this and it didn't have a reversing camera. So.
Well, what can I say? That was a very safe drive.
Good.
And I felt very comfortable, and more importantly, there's nothing wrong with your actual spoken thought.
Okay.